episode of Trust the Tape, where today's a travel day for Brian Broaddus. So my name is still Jeff. I don't know if my button's work in San Francisco. Let's see.
My name is Jeff.
Oh, wait, it's turned on. Did you hear anything there?
My name's Jeff.
Okay, you heard that? Cool.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't get to hear that in my own headphones, but I hear you. And my co-host is the great and powerful Kevin KT Turner, a former coworker, a best friend, and he's a man. And you can hear him on 97.1 and stuff.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks
So,
for having
KT.
me. I should also promote the One Star Cowboys podcast while I'm here, if you don't mind.
And the One
Jeff,
Star Cowboys podcast.
I read an article yesterday about someone named Jeffrey wrote the article, and it was in Business
Okay.
Insider, and it was about how the name Jeffrey has declined over the years. So
Oh, I'd never even thought about it, but I guess because I only think about the word Epstein. They're always the Epstein files, right?
that was his.
But I remember when the subway thing went down, I felt so bad for Jared Sandler. I was like, man, that sucks for you.
Right?
Right?
No. Yes. No.
It's Jared from
100%.
Subway. And I was like, now your name is being dragged through the mud and you're going to be embarrassed to tell people you're Karen. I had a friend named Karen and I was just like, this sucks for you. I've never thought about it for me. I'm going through it, aren't I?
And he wrote it because he had made the decision once he got out of college. He'd kind of been going by Jeff, but he made the decision to seem a little more distinguished. Went by Jeffrey. And he's like, it was a bad choice because Jeff Bridges and Jeff Goldblum, there's a lot of cool Jeffs out there. And he was like, Jeffrey was a bad choice knowing what we know now.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to stick with Jeff.
Yeah, you should. That was in the 1960s, Jeff was a top 10 name, a top 10 baby name. And now it's not even a top 500 name.
Oh, that's
crazy.
tough. That's good. Well, I want to be more rare. And I don't think people will even remember. I think they'll remember the stuff, but I think they'll remember Epstein.
He's known as Epstein.
I don't think it'll be a Jeff thing. I think I'm going to come out of there okay. Jay Phil's in the chat. He said, "Did I enter a Jeff talk?" And not on purpose, but that's something you should know about Kevin Turner, KT, and I. When we get together, we were banned from doing a sports show together initially at the Fan.
Yeah,
because they just felt like we didn't stay on topic. We forgot to talk about sports sometimes. And I'll tell you guys, I need you to know out there right now, I'm going through it today, okay? Today's going to be a rough day for your boy. I woke up. I set an alarm out here for 7 a.m. to try to do this show. No, 6 a.m. because the show, we went live at 7 out here. It's 9 in Central Time. I woke up and looked at my watch and I was like, man, I feel like I hear stuff outside. I should probably have been awake by now. Why am I not? And the answer is because my phone won't charge. Your boy is out of town without a phone now. And that's terrifying. That's terrifying. I don't know how to do life. Yeah, I don't either. At first I thought I couldn't get on the plane, but then I was like, wait, I have a laptop. I looked up my confirmation code and surely at the airport I can use that to some way parlay my way into a thing to get me through. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. Now, Kevin, today, I didn't know what I was talking about on this show. So I just tweeted out Cowboys draft questions, go. And I do have a bunch of them that people have sent me. But I also did the ultimate cop-out. I just typed in the title, Dallas Cowboys Mock Draft 1.0.
Hell yeah, dude, it's draft season. Let's go.
And I know there are some people that pop into the chat in May and go, do a mock. Draft's in April. So I'm talking about the draft ends, and there are some people in the chat who are just like, hey, why don't you go ahead and do a mock draft? And I'm like, why don't you go ahead and chill out? But it is time now. I think it is actually time now that we can go ahead and do one. So what I did is I pulled up the Pro Football Focus mock draft simulator. See, look at Mr. Sneaky here. Mock, please. We're doing it. Jeff about to buy a whole new phone this trip. I'm not going to buy a whole new phone. I don't think. I might. No, I don't know where to get one. We're in the Tenderloin in San Francisco, and that's what they call the crack den.
Tenderloin.
Yeah, they call it the Tenderloin.
Was that Mr. Sneaky or Mrs. Sneaky?
I'll say Mr. Sneaky.
Okay.
Although when somebody sends in a heart thing,
Yeah.
This is not accurate. You shouldn't think this way, but you think more female than male when you see like a heart emoji. So maybe it is Mrs. Nikki. Doesn't matter, Kevin. It doesn't matter. I have the Pro Football Focus mock draft simulator up. I could probably figure out a way to share that, couldn't I?
Yeah. If not,
Think I could? Do you think I could figure it out?
I can pull it up on my own too.
Can you?
Yeah.
No, I bet I can figure out how to share this. Hold on, let me see. I told you guys I'm struggling today. It's tough out here, so I'll figure this out. Present or invite, I bet.
Did you go to Alcatraz?
I did not go to Alcatraz. I took a ferry right past it though.
Yeah.
Sharing screen. How do I know does it know what I want to share?
It should give you multiple options. Yeah.
Let's see. I'm just going to hit share screen. There we go. Mock draft simulator. Bang.
There it is.
Yeah. All right. So we got the mock draft simulator up and cruising. I'm going to hit start. I haven't done a single one. So what if it's dumb? What if they do dumb stuff? All right. So here's what happens in our mock draft simulation. Kevin. Fernando Mendoza goes number 1 overall. Ruben Bain goes number 2. David Bailey goes number 3. Arvell Reese goes number 4. Quarterback, pass rusher. Jordan Tyson out of Arizona State goes 5. Jeremiah Love goes 6. Sonny Styles, my guy, goes 7. Mekhi Lemon 8. Caleb Downs 9. Well, why couldn't you last like 3 more picks, dude? Carnell Tate 10. Jermod McCoy 11, which leaves the Cowboys on the clock.
Well, this is They would lose their mind. And while I'm not telling you that Terrence Steele is going to get it done, him being the one offensive lineman to show up and play every week has some value to it.
Counts for something.
For sure.
This is the second straight offseason where my assumption was that it made all the sense in the world to cut Terrence Steele to save your money. And I've already come around this time. Last time it took me longer. This time I've already come around to the fact that they don't have anything else they can do there really. And so I don't see how they cut him. Like, I think you're running back the exact same offensive line. That's my guess.
And I kind of don't have a problem with that. Like, we know where the issues are directly. We know where they are.
What about left and right tackle?
Well, those are still like more question marks than definites, right?
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, I know they're farting around with the Tyler Smith idea. And it sounds like that if he is telling them, this is not a report, this is just what it seems like, that he is telling them, no, I'm a guard.
Yeah.
I'll say publicly that I'll do what's best for the team, but I'm going to tell you, I'm a guard. Stop being dumb. Because there's a world where you could be like, well, guard's easier to replace. So I move Tyler Smith to left tackle, Tyler Guyton to right tackle, and I can save my little 15, 20 million or whatever on Terrence Steele. That world exists. Yeah. But I think Tyler Smith is going to tell them, don't be dumb. Let me be an all-pro. Don't hope that I'm an okay left tackle. Best player available according to Jeff. Well, let's check. I have my stack. I'll just start reading my stack, and you tell me if the player's available. Caleb Downs.
Not available.
Sonny Styles.
Not available.
Jeremiah Love.
Not available.
I wouldn't take him at 12 anyway.
No, we wouldn't.
Arvell Reese, Ruben Bain, David Bailey. Francis Maui Noah.
Can I stop you for a minute? Yep. Are you trying to rush the passer with Reese, or you got to use your imagination with him? So where are you at there?
He's definitely rushing the passer. I don't know if that's his full-time position. And here's the beauty of me watching him and ranking my prospects is I'm not also the defensive coordinator, so I don't have to worry about it, and I don't have to tell you what I'm doing. Because I don't, like, there's a reason. Let me see. Let me get my stack back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do have Reese as the top pass rusher technically. I don't think I believe that. Because he's a weird one, right? He's a weird one.
He is.
Like, when you watch him the good stuff that he has rushing the passer, I think for the most part is actually just from linebacker. And then you see oh my God, the stuff he can do to offensive linemen and the way that he can finish a play and work his way through and all the different physical traits it takes to do that. I think for the most part, they actually pop at you at linebacker. When they got later in the season, Arvell Reese is lining up on the edge, but they have him lining up on the edge and basically playing QB spy. Like you don't have a lot of snaps where he's lining up on the edge and teeing off on a quarterback. So like
under 100, I think.
Is that okay?
I think it's 97. I think it's 97 snaps.
Okay.
At edge, and
yeah, and
in that time he had a 20% pressure rate, and
that's pretty good. Yeah. But I wouldn't take him as the top edge. I think you'd have to consider him like, yeah, he's going to be like a hybrid front seven guy that's kind of playing linebacker, and we'll line him up in the right situations to get after the quarterback. I do think he does some freaky stuff, and so if he actually made it to 12, I'll take him, and he's going to play linebacker and edge and all of the things.
We need like a tiny off the field thing to come out about him, get him to drop to us.
What I need is
Micah should have clearly gone top 5. We know that now, but that was just an imagination thing.
Should he? No, I mean, yeah, he should have gone number 1 overall. I mean, I have to go back to that draft and see who the quarterbacks were. I mean, he should have gone number 1 overall, but nobody knew. Like, I was just watching him in college, and I'm like, oh, this is a guy that tackles the running back all the time. And like, that's not top 5. And then Tank gets hurt, and it's like, oh my God, it turns out he's the best pass rusher on the planet. Maybe second best. I shouldn't say that about Myles Garrett. And it's like, oh, suddenly Jeff loves this pick that he didn't like when they made it, because it turns out he plays a whole different position.
Yeah. It's weird because they didn't use him there. Like, and we had no idea that, or trust in the Cowboys to use him that way. And that's where I kind of like Arvell Reese, far different players, but like he's great at linebacker. But when he did rush the passer, it was pretty great too. There's still some things he needs to work on. A lot of things he needs to work on. And that's why he's not going to be there at 12. And this is, I think the league's learned that. And that's why I'm worried about like this scenario that's popped up in this mock draft is not my favorite, because Bailey gone, Bain gone, and you may not love Bailey. Bailey's the guy of those guys that I do think could slip. Like, I still don't think it's realistic that Downs gets there, although teams have shown they don't love drafting safeties, but like Bailey's the one who I think teams could do the whole, like, attach him to Texas Tech and just do that thing that teams do, that he gets there to you at 12 of all these guys that got drafted here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can't see it with Bailey because I think he's the best pass rusher in the draft. And I think regardless of anything else, 11 teams aren't going to pick and leave the best pass rusher on the board. And I guess some people feel that way about Arvell Reese, and he could end up being that. But I mean, in terms of step on the field tomorrow, line up over there and go rush the quarterback, I can't see the best one being available. I can see Downs. I can see Caleb Downs being available. I could see it. I could see 11 teams being like, no, we're not picking a safety. We're going to pick and in this mock, which is kind of why I like them, because you never know what's going to happen. And I definitely screwed up in this mock because I just picked 1 round and I forgot that I'm captain trade down, and I should have added a 2nd round just in case.
Start all over, do another one
there. But if I do it all over, then I don't get the same players.
Well,
this is what I would want to trade away from. I want to trade away from this. And I actually think you can find a trade partner in this scenario, because what happens here to put me in a scenario I don't like is no offensive lineman has been taken.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not willing to take one, I think you can find a trade partner for either Francis Maui-Noah, the Miami right tackle, or Spencer Fano. It's also very weird that the two best offensive linemen in this draft class play right tackle in college, but somebody could come up for the best offensive lineman in the class.
Yeah.
And so I want to trade. But I also want the simulator to do the exact same thing so that I trade. So I have a problem here.
What if I told you we should just make our pick and then go do a 2-rounder and reset?
Okay. You want to do a double up?
So we're giving everyone a lot of scenarios, but in this situation,
I like that.
How do you feel about delaying?
So my answer on this board if you were letting Jeff make the pick, oh, they're going to kill me in the chat. Kevin, they're going to kill me in the chat. I would pick Francis Maui-Noah. I'm a big believer in not leaving your best player on the board. And that would lead me to pick an offensive player. And I'm not going to do it because I want to balance this at least a little bit with what the Cowboys would do in this scenario. And I don't believe it would be Francis Maui-Noah. So,
dude, you've got such a sack because that's what you're talking about is things that we've like griped at them before. Like, don't go away from the board. The board is there. Do that. But the only thing that makes me change that philosophy is watching the defense that we had last year. And that
that's not a good idea. But that's not a good idea. So what I would be doing if I don't go that way, my pick would be Mansour Delane, LSU corner. And what I would be doing if I make that pick is I am picking with my top 12 pick, 8, 9, 10. I'm picking my 10th best player over my 7th best player, which isn't super terrible. But I don't like it. Like, you put them in order for a reason. And so in this scenario, I would also be like, all right, who are we signing at corner? Right? We're going to make our team better, but we're going to have to sign somebody now because we didn't pick him. But I think it's more realistic for the Cowboys to take Mansour Delane. So can I just take Mansour Delane?
I mean, this is your call. Is Falk out of the option for you? I don't love Falk. He scares me.
I wouldn't. So here's my problem with Jeff doing mock drafts. I'm such an ADHD kid that I don't actually have any beliefs when I'm doing a mock. So I don't want to pick Maui-Noah just because I don't think they would. I do think it's possible they pick Keldrick Falk. I can't do it. I'm not doing it. So I won't let them do it in my mock draft because I can't do it.
Called an idiot because I don't really like TJ Parker that much. Where are you on the Clemson guy, TJ Parker?
Second round grade, same as Keldrick Falk.
Yeah, there we go.
I think part of what people love about both of those guys is that they know their name, and they know their name because of where they were projected to be drafted before this entire college football season started. I like TJ Parker more than some. I like Keldrick Falk more than some. Like, I get the appeal of the tools they have at a premium position. I understand that. I understand that they'll probably both go in the first round, and that's okay. But I can't pick either one of them at 12. I can't do it.
I agree.
I would take Cassius Howell, the A&M rusher, over both of them. And then that's you're just admitting,
but yeah.
Yeah, I'm admitting that, I'm not necessarily picking a guy that I know is going to be a 3-down player right out of the gate. But you know what my team desperately needs? Go get the damn quarterback. And so I want Zoom, not Raw Hulk. And this one I'm going to take Mansour Delane.
All right. We need someone to cover. There we go.
13 went Peter Woods. 14, Caleb Banks. We're just knocking down D tackles. There goes Maui-Noah. There goes Keldrick Falk. There goes Avion Terrell. There goes Spencer Fano. There goes Cassius Howell. That would have been my pick at 20. What a stupid mock draft. I don't like this mock at all. Now, we also have
don't make me take
Mr. Vega at Penn State. Once again, my top player is probably going to be an offensive lineman on this pick, and I'm not going to pick him. Well, that's not true because I'm going back and forth between him and the Oregon guard Pregnon on who's my top guard. So that guy's probably not my top player. Boy, I think I hate this too.
I don't love it. I would not. I would not take TJ Parker there, which I think that's what people would be clamoring for.
I don't.
But you are thinking, but edge rush after you take.
I'm not. I wouldn't take. I'll tell you this. I wouldn't take CJ Allen over TJ Parker.
I agree with you on that. Yeah.
I could take Cease. I could take Brandon Cease.
Okay. I'm pretty drunk on Mesidor, and I know he's 25, and you can't draft a 25-year-old, but
you can. I think there's a chance he's a first rounder. I think there's a chance he's a first rounder. I think you're bringing up a good name. I think that might be the pick.
I don't love him. I don't think they would like him, though. I think that goes against what they're about.
Sometimes I have to do a lot of. Oh, there's my pick. Yeah. So Pro Football Focus, I don't always agree with their rankings. So sometimes I do a lot of scrolling to see who's there that I'm not thinking about. And Colton Hood. Oh, wait, no, we already picked a corner.
Yeah, we already took the corner. Yeah. That's the problem there.
So, and that's why I don't want a corner at 12.
Yeah.
Because I think there are 5 guys that play corner that at 20, I'm good with that pick. And Colton Hood is number 4 of those. I think Cease is number 5. And so to take, like, I'm not super confident that Mansour Delane is going to be a better player than either of those guys. I like Keith Abney. I want my corner at 20 in a perfect world.
I agree with you on that.
I think we take Messidor.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the end of the mock draft. We took Messidor.
If anyone's got a problem with it, just know that we're going to do a 2-rounder.
Yeah, we're going to do 2-rounder. It's going to go real fast. And I also need to get something knocked out real quick before I forget to do it. Because if I forget to do it, boy, do I get myself in trouble.
I won't let you forget.
Don't let me forget. Hold on. I got to find on the screen here. Production value of this show, lacking. You know why? Because I'm in a hotel room on Wi-Fi and I don't have a cell phone. And so now I got to remember where all the things are that I need to do. Look at this. I'm going to pop up what's called a lower third here. Oh, bang! Shout out to our friends at Underdog. The big game's almost here. Underdog's expanding the game. Do you think Seattle or New England takes it? Will Drake May or Sam Darnold have a big game? Place your predictions all right there on Underdog. You know, they got their player picks. You pick higher or lower on different player stats. Now with prediction markets, you can parlay money lines, player projections, spreads, totals, and more. All available in most states on Underdog, including California, Texas, Florida, and more. If you're a new person to Underdog, guess what? We got a promo code. You play $5 on their fantasy, you get $75 in bonus entries. All you got to do is use the word TAPE, T-A-P-E, because you are listening to Trust the Tape. And now at this point, I got to click this one because this is a full screen. Bang! That's their little disclaimer. What are you waiting for? Download the app today. Use that promo code TAPE, T-A-P-E. You'll score $75 in fantasy bonus entries when you play your first $5 on fantasy. That's promo code TAPE, T-A-P-E. KT does golf on there.
Oh, my gosh. So much fun.
You're an Underdog golf man?
Underdog, I mean, golf. I mean, I'll do a little bit of everything, but golf right there, I've been taking in the top 20 markets. Boom. Like 4 or 5 golfers. I think I finished top 20. Boom. Look at my account.
Yeah, cooking. I had a good one. The last thing I did on there, and I'll have to do one for the big game. The last one I did on there was like 6 different picks in football on championship weekend. Might have been like 8. And I play it like a coward. I made 8 picks. I moved the number on 6 of them. I brought it down.
Yeah, brought it down.
Which brings down your return, but makes me feel more confident I'm going to hit it. I turned my 20 into like 206. You know what I'm saying? I was cooking.
They offer up some good little discounts and things like that over there. Or just like, oh, tonight you just need this guy to get half a yard. I was like, yeah. Okay.
Steven said, forgot his phone this trip, and didn't he forget his charger when they went to training camp? I did forget my laptop charger at training camp, so I just bought a new laptop. I'm not going to go buy a new phone this morning. I fly home today. I'm going to be okay.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I'm going to be okay. All right, let me go back to the shared screen. Share. Mock draft. Go. All right, we did that one. New mock. Do I have to hit 2 rounds or 3?
Let's do 3.
What if I don't?
We might make a trade, you know.
Okay, because I don't know if I'm comfortable picking for 3 rounds, but I bet I can find somebody I like. All right, yeah, we'll be fine.
Yeah, and their board's a little wonky too.
Everybody's board's a little wonky. Well, they'll watch this stream and they'll adjust their board. Colton Hood will be higher tomorrow. It'll be fine.
That's why they do 1.0. That started once they found out you were in the game. People started doing 2 and 3 and 4.0s.
My dreams came true, Kevin.
Look at that.
Do you know how much I love Sonny Styles?
Yes, I do.
And is it weird that they pick at the exact same number as when they picked Micah Parsons? Technically, they were at 10 and traded down to 12. And I didn't like the Parsons pick because it was an off-ball linebacker. And I love Sonny Styles at 12. It's a different draft.
He's awesome.
It's a different draft. And I call him, when I'm hanging out with Jesse Holly, I call him my little Fred. Because Fred Warner.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's my little Fred. 6'4", 240. He can cover. He can play the run. He can do everything. That's my little Fred. And then we saw Fred Warner yesterday on Radio Row, and Jesse was like, "Hey, there's my guy," and I was like, "Yeah." And if they draft my guy, you'll have your guy, just a different version. I love Sonny Styles.
Big Fred,
I am not trading away from an off-ball linebacker because I have him as like a top 3 player in this class because it's a weird draft. There aren't a bunch of premium position guys that I feel super confident about, and I feel super confident about Sonny Styles. So I'm willingly sacrificing potential value of a premium position to pick a linebacker.
Your point that it's a different draft is very important, and it's just a different situation. The Cowboys defense was not as bad as it was here, the Micah draft. Like, they had other legit things to consider. That's why I wanted them to take Rashawn Slater. And,
yeah,
it's just, everything's different.
People are calling me a coward and telling me to trade. I'm not trading away from Sonny Styles. I'm a man of conviction. I'm just picking him. That's done. Are you okay with that, Kevin? I did it. It's
100%. That's the play, and that's the one. I don't want to trade out at 12 if I can help it. I want one of those guys that I really like to make it to 12. I don't want to take that guy, and then 20 is when I want to get out. I mean, that's ideal.
Yeah, and we could get out at 20, but I'm just going to look at who's been drafted, and I don't think I'm getting out at 20. Well, I could. Let's see. Okay, so what I'm looking for is what corners are gone. Jermod McCoy at 11, Mansour Delane at 15, Avion Terrell at 18. So I am going to run out of the corners I feel great about pretty quick, but they're not gone yet. So I did a 3-rounder, and I'm not going to need to make a pick in another round because my draft would be one of these 3. Brandon Cease at South Carolina, Keith Abney at Arizona State, Colton Hood at Tennessee. And Abney's my 3rd of that group. I really like the player, but watching his tape, all the corners are listed as like the exact same height and weight. Mm-hmm. And I tell you, that is a damn lie. Keith Abney is not 6 foot.
No,
he ain't 6 foot. I'm watching him, and Hood was the last guy I watched out of that group. And watching Colton Hood, I was like, oh, here we go. Here's a big full-size corner. And I look at the listed height and weight, and it's the exact same as the 3 guys I watched before. And I'm like, okay, we need to start being honest about how big guys are.
Before the year started, Abney was listed at 5'11".
Okay,
so they went ahead and gave him the extra
6 foot. Yeah, he's gonna come in at 5'10" 2. He's gonna come in at 5'10" and 2/8, something like that. He's not, but he's probably, according to my notes anyway, he's probably the stickiest cover guy just in terms of trying to get separation on him. But I also think he's the smallest of this group. And I like Colton Hood a lot. I like Brandon Cease a lot too. Brandon Cease is crazy. Brandon Cease, I don't know if you remember this about me, KT, from our scouting days together. If you got a corner that lines up sideways and shuffles, I'm like, you can't cover from there. People just get open because you're not putting hands on them. You're opening up sideways. What are we doing? He can do it.
He's long.
Which leads me to believe he could be an awesome zone corner. Like, he plays good man coverage from that. And the way that he moves is really, really good. But Colton Hood's my guy. I like Colton Hood because he puts hands on people and their life is difficult for the entire route, for every route. And he's a capable zone guy. So I wouldn't trade away from this pick because I really want either Colton Hood or Brandon Cease at some point, and they're my next 2 best corners, and that doesn't last long in a draft. So I think in this one, if it's my pick, it's Colton Hood.
I would take Colton Hood too. Cease, are we going with Cease or Cisse? I'm not really sure.
I tried Cisse, and I think Broadus hit me with a cease.
Okay.
And I don't know if that was a cease and desist, but he just said cease, and so I'm going with Cease for now.
I like Hood. Cease is there because
we got one guy in the chat saying Cisse, so we'll go Cisse for the rest of this show.
Okay. So Cisse's tough for me because he looks great, like physically. The arms are long, but that whole like opening up thing you were talking about, and also if you just go, this is not the way you should do this because we watched the tape. Just go ask your South Carolina friends. Got any of those guys? Just like, what do you think? Well, he'll miss some games.
You got some messy stuff?
No, nothing like that. But like he'll miss some games. You might ask out for a play and things like that. I mean, we already got some hurt guys at corner. So, like, I realize anybody can get hurt, but man, I don't want any of that. But I think Cisse is going to go in front of Colton Hood in the draft because length, speed. I mean, the measurements are going to be incredible. All that's just going to be NFL teams are going to see that and go top 20 pick.
Yeah.
And he might be worthy of it. Like he is good. But I like Colton Hood a little bit more for sure.
We did it. And here's my favorite thing is that Pro Football Focus then grades your pick based on how they graded the players. And so I got an F, and they told me I should have picked TJ Parker over Colton Hood. Well, I'll tell you what, Pro Football Focus, and I know who's in charge of most of these rankings. Trevor. Come at me, bro. Trevor's not out here. I texted him before we came out here. I'm going to find you in these streets because I don't accept my F for picking Colton Hood at number 20 overall. I just don't accept it. All right.
Either way, Kevin, 2 20-year-olds right there that we were talking about. So that's really nice.
We did it and we crushed it, Kevin. Kevin.
Dude, thanks for having me.
Zoom in on.
This is fun,
Kevin
man.
Turner. You see Kevin Turner About Them Cowboys podcast. I think you can actually find that on the Haymaker Network, that channel on YouTube. I'd probably follow that if I were you. I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably I could see that serving you in a good way.
You know, just hit the button. If you don't watch anything, it's fine. Just hit the button. It helps.
Jeff finally says mock draft and everyone shows up.
There it is.
No, that's because we got KT power on this stream. This is a banger. It's going to do numbers. All right. I got to go figure out what in the hell I'm doing in the world. Maybe I'll try buying a new charger and see if that works. I got to go brave the streets of San Francisco now and step over some crackheads and see. And I say that with all due respect. Addiction is terrible, and what is happening out here just makes me really sad. But I want to step over 2 or 3, dodge some human feces, and see if I can't find a different charger and if that does anything for my phone. Love you, KT.
Love you too, buddy.
All right. See you, everybody. Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through, including me with my dead phone. So be cool to everybody. Love you. Be easy.